Hi everyone, thank you for coming today. We'll just give it another 2 minutes before we start, yeah? Okay, hello everyone. Thank you for joining us today this evening for our session on how to leverage AI for your benefit. I'm Huda from NLB and it's a pleasure to have you guys here. Please also note that the Zoom session will be recorded and the slides will be shared with you at the end of the session, okay? Today we're privileged to have Timothy as our speaker from ASK Training. Dimitri brings over 16 years of extensive global and regional experience in digital marketing across various industries. So he will share with you the realm of paid digital advertising and where he has cultivated a track record of crafting and executing highly efficient and effective campaigns. And towards the end of the session, I myself will be sharing more on NLB resources. So without further ado, I'll hand it over to him. Timothy, the floor is yours.
All right, thanks, Huda. So my name's Timothy. Today I'm speaking on behalf of ASK Training, which is the school that I train in. So thanks for the introduction. I am Timothy. This year I'm 43, so I've just started training very recently. And let me actually go ahead and start off today's session. So I'm going to share my screen now, and I'm going to start off today's session. Okay, is everyone seeing my screen okay? And everyone hearing me loud and clear? Just type it in the chat if you are okay. Okay, seems like everyone's okay. Okay, so my name is Timothy. This is like the third time I mentioned it. So I'll be your trainer today. So I've been in digital marketing for about 16 years, as Huda has said. I've just started off my journey training. And so I've just started off this year actually. So I identify as a creative person, though I don't really have any experience with design or with music, but I do have a very active imagination. I enjoy expressing myself with AI.
Timothy, can you unmute yourself? I think you suddenly got muted.
Got it, sorry. Okay, did somebody mute? Do you all hear when I was starting off? Okay, doesn't matter. Let me start again. Yeah, so I was starting off here, and this is quick picture of Midjourney, what Midjourney thinks I look like. So this was when my friend uploaded my information, or rather my picture, onto Midjourney and asked Midjourney to create a character reference. So this is what AI thinks basically I look like. All right. So just a little bit about ASK. ASK is where I teach. It's a continuing education and training center, accredited by SkillsFuture Singapore. So we offer a diverse range of courses, and we have up to 95% funding and also job placement programs. All right, so what we'll run through today, which is AI. So this will be a very fun and entertaining session on what is AI, what is not AI, how does AI work, a very short and brief history of AI, and basically we'll talk about how the era of AI is here and how to use it to your benefit. followed by any questions and answers that you might have. So in the meantime, feel free to type into the chat. Feel free to let me know if there's feedback. Let me know your thoughts as well. All right. So we'll start with which is AI, A or B. So this is essentially a quick test that I put together to show and to find out whether people can very easily differentiate what is AI and what's not. I see a lot of responses. So far, most people are actually choosing B. But I won't let that kind of shape anyone's decision. So just go ahead and answer. We'll take a couple of minutes and then we'll move on to the next slide and the next question. So far, there's 75 answers already. Okay, I won't take too much time. So when the timer is about 1 minute, I'll go into the next slide and the next, which is AI test. All right, another 10 seconds if you haven't already answered the poll. Okay, end poll, and so let me share my results quickly. Can you see my results? So 66% chose B, but A is actually the AI generated image. Okay, so on to the next question. The next question, which is AI? Is it A? Is it B? Oh, this one seems like a very close tie. Most people are about on the fence. Okay, we'll wait a couple more seconds and then we move on to the last one. Well, this one is a very close one. Very, very close one. Okay, 1 minute's up. I'm going to end the poll and share my results. The correct answer is B is AI, but this one was very, very close. 47% chose A, 53% chose B. Okay, so very, very close, but I think so far based on question 1 and question 2, um, more have actually gotten it wrong. I mean overall. So okay, on to the last question. This is question 3. Okay, so this is question 3. Again, which is AI, A or B? So this one is a bit, I guess I've gone through and I've actually looked through all these images. I've chosen those that are very, very, very similar. I've actually asked my kids whether they can kind of differentiate. I've done some testing on my own. It's very, very tough. So this one is all these actually are not easy. Question 3. Huda, can you launch question 3? It says poll ended. Okay, thank you. So which is AI? Okay, interesting result so far. So everyone, instead of typing in chat, right, I think it'll be easier if you go to the polls and quizzes and click on A or B. I can also share the results easier with you later. Okay, I think most are done. I am going to end the poll and share my results. Okay, 58% says that A is AI. 42 say that B is AI. So which is AI? B is actually AI. All right. So 58% got it wrong for this question. So it seems like based on these three questions, already most people are getting whether it's AI. Most people are guessing like a little bit wrongly. But don't worry, these are very tricky and very like similar images, so it's not the easiest thing to look at and to decipher as well. Okay, so for the next bit, I will go through a Turing test. So a Turing test is basically whether um you can tell whether it's a human or whether it's AI at the other end. So this is a very fun Turing test. Can you all see the screen? Can you all see the QR code and can you all scan the QR code? So there is a link. Okay, let me paste the link into the chat. Give me 1 sec. 1 second. Let me stop sharing my screen. This is called human or not AI. Okay, let me paste it into the chat. Are you all seeing it? No. Let me see. I'm sending this to everyone in meeting. Okay, here we go. Okay, it's called human or not AI. And I'll give everyone like a few minutes just to go through this. So this test is quite fun. I got it right once, I got it wrong once. You'll be chatting with someone else um, who is on the other side of the screen. And you'll both be talking. He will be guessing if you are AI or if you're a robot or if you're a human being. And you'll be guessing if he is AI or a human being. So it's not like both sides won't exactly know, but it's up to you to see if you can get it right and to guess whether it's correct. Can everyone access this link? Okay, if you can't, let me do a demo. Okay, so Thomas says yes. Let me know if you can't get to the link. I can do a demo on my screen as well. Okay, most can. Okay. Yvonne, you can't, so let me show you on screen how it looks, okay? Human or not? All right, let me start the game. My conversation ended when my response took too long. Okay, so now the conversation has started. Someone is starting to type first. All right, so I'm looking through and waiting for this person to type. Are you all seeing my screen? Okay, thanks. Thanks, David. You gonna eat that? What that are you referring to? Ball number 3, B is AI generated. Tell me, yeah. Who starts the conversation if with are you gonna eat that? Okay, obviously I think this is an AI because I don't know what is the context of the conversation. or why he says I have a cookie in my left hand. Okay, I have kind of concluded in my head that this person is AI, but I'm not sure. So let me see. We have like 22 seconds for me to find out. It's too random already. It makes no sense. So this is obviously an AI bot. All right, so I got it right. So you won 2 out of 3 games. This is quite funny. For such a website, it's definitely AI. It might not really be AI. There are actually people who, like us, we are not AI, but we are on the other side of the computer. So this is just a Turing test. It's very random. It's just for you to understand what it's like and can you really decipher. Sometimes it's not so straightforward. Yeah. All right. So next bit, AI or not, take this quiz to spot the fake. So this is essentially a little bit longer, a little bit of a longer quiz. There are a lot of questions inside that test, A versus B, and if you're able to spot the fake. So personally, I wasn't really able to spot the fake very well, but I'll leave this for you. You can scan the QR code if you want to, but otherwise, let's go on to the next slide. Are you all familiar with this?
Algorithms analyze market trends, make strategic investment decisions, and execute trades, all without any manual input from the user. It's essentially hands-free crypto trading with a track record of success.
So this is, obviously knows who this is. This is one of the deepfake videos that Lee Hsien Loong he actually had to come out personally and said this is a deepfake, and that he had to kind of denounce it, right? So I'm curious to know the results of the investigation. But currently there is this thing called the Online Criminal Harms Act, it's called short form OCHA, and of course POFMA. So those are in place as safeguards to prevent any of these kind of things from happening. So I've also read that the Singapore Police Force is working with Home Team and the Defense Science and Technology Agency to detect all these AI-generated audio and video. So there's also a Center for Advanced Technology in Online Safety, which is an initiative by the Ministry of Communications and Informations. And basically, they are the ones that's a combined, I would say, like task force of different people who are looking at things like this. So Henry, how do you tell if AI from or not? This is a very tricky one. So the images that are being generated are so close that sometimes it's not even that possible to tell. But I think there are some giveaways. If you look very closely at the facial features, if you look very closely at maybe like fingers, limbs, those are things that might be giveaways. But I've also chosen examples that were very, very close. So to make it even trickier. So yeah, it's not easy, basically. It's not easy at all. So the next bit is this company called Idle Life. I actually came across this. Someone was sharing about Li Nansing and about this company called AI Life, and who has basically come out with avatars for artists.
Pao. But I'm not the real Shane Pao.
Let me repeat that again.
Hi, I'm Shane Pao. But I'm not the real Shane Pao. I'm an AI avatar created by Idle Life. In 2024, I'll be appearing in the form of an AI avatar to convey a message together with Idle Life that we should all get AI right. AI is a powerful tool, and as an artist, I have a responsibility along with all collaborative parties of Idle Life to use it responsibly so as to avoid causing any potential harm to society. Hi, I'm Shane Powell, but I'm not the
Sorry, let
real
me
Shane
stop
Powell.
that again.
I'm an AI avatar.
So let me go into the other example.
I'm Julie Tan, but I'm not the real Julie Tan. I'm an AI avatar created by Idol Life.
So do you all think that, yeah, it sounds quite real, definitely sounds real. I think that certain things are a giveaway. For example, the hand movements. So the hand movements are not always aligned to when they are speaking. For example, the gestures. Like you can see Julie, she's pointing upwards for some reason. But yeah. So this is the mouth does not sync very well. I think, however, if you don't pay much attention, you can still pass this off as being like the real deal. So a lot of MediaCorp artists have signed up with this already. And the first one I actually saw was Li Nansing, but it was really interesting. Yeah. So one is good deepfake, one is bad deepfake. One is authorized deepfake, one is unauthorized deepfake. But still, very interesting what AI is capable of. So some takeaways, right? So text and images often indistinguishable. It's like even professionals will not be able to tell them apart very easily. So it's super difficult to tell if features have been altered by AI apps. So this one is, there's this app called Face App that I use to edit some images in my Facebook or Instagram profile pictures. Very, very difficult to tell. And so there was one test that I saw. There's 6 different variations of someone's face. And it was very, very difficult to tell which was the original. So if your face has been altered by AI apps, very, very hard to tell. So for AI, there's efficiency, like the pros of it, efficiency and automation of repetitive and time-consuming tasks. So I used to not be able to create things on my own. I'm not a designer, I'm not a musician. But now that I have all these AI tools on hand, essentially it democratizes the creative process. So people who are a bit less savvy like me can now create a lot of different things. And then proliferation of tools that can help in generating all different kinds of content. You have video, you have images, you have PowerPoint slides, you have subtitles, all kinds of different things. So some cons: abuse of technology. You have deepfakes. Output can sometimes be inaccurate, especially for image generation. Sometimes you can see people have more limbs than they should be having. Analysis as well. So when you actually ask AI to do analysis, you upload information and you ask them to analyze. It's still some way to go before it's intelligent. Yeah. So data privacy, you don't know when you're actually typing something to ChatGPT what's being captured about you. And of course, possible job displacement in certain industries and fields. So bonus question, this video on the right here, let me play it again. Real or fake? AI or not AI? Fake. Yeah, this is AI. I think the clouds are not so realistic lah. The way the smoke is generated. Yeah, so most people got this right. Okay, so we move on to how does AI work. We've seen like the output, but now we want to understand the process, the input, what is required. So key components of AI systems: data, and huge amounts of data to learn and make decisions. So the most important thing about AI is that it needs to learn and it needs to be trained. And it needs a huge amount of data for it to understand and to find patterns. And then there's also machine algorithms, machine learning algorithms and models, such as neural networks. So neural networks are a little bit like programs that are supposed to mimic how the brain thinks, and decision trees. So those are the core technologies that enable your AI systems to process data, to learn, and then to make predictions or decisions. On a side note, so I've been kind of talking to ChatGPT. I've been asking ChatGPT to tell me what are tonight's Euro 24 matches. What do you think the scores will be like? And as a side note, right, ChatGPT has gotten it almost all wrong. So in terms of predictions, not exactly going to be like the most right lah. But of course, you know, you don't expect it to be able to predict the score. That's something that is next level already. It's like, you know, look into a crystal ball kind of thing. So that's not really what AI for now can do. Okay, so last component is computational power. AI systems require a lot of computational resources. So things like your GPUs, your graphics processing units, and your TPUs, your tensor processing units. So these are Google specific kind of devices and chips that are needed for training and deploying these AI models. So sometimes when you're running a lot of AI queries on your browser, you notice that it slows down a lot. So this is another example of it being very computing intensive. So how do these AI systems work? First thing, data processing. You need a lot of big data sets to learn from. And these data sets are processed and analyzed to look at for patterns and insights that then inform your AI's decision making. Machine learning algorithms, like just now we talked about it, like neural networks, to model complex relationships in data. So these algorithms allow the system to improve performance over time. And of course, training and testing. This is a very, very iterative process. And it's a very, very important, might be the most important process because a lot of AI tools, like for example, OpenAI now has Sora, is being tried in private, it's being tried in beta, and they're compiling all this feedback when they kind of learn about, is the output correct? Is the output accurate? And yeah, so training and testing is this part of the entire process. So lastly, feedback and iteration. Once you're done with training, how is feedback and iteration compiled? So what are the feedback loops? A lot of these AI tools have like the thumbs up sign or the thumbs down sign for you to be able to feedback and give ChatGPT or any of these AI tools this iteration. So we'll go into a very, very brief history of AI. So AI, as we know it today, is a huge thing, but how did it all get started? So I think this one is really like, we talk a little bit about like this guy who's like the forefather of AI. His name is called Alan Turing. Of course, there's a movie made about him during World War II. Rather, it's a movie made about him when he was trying to decode all the different German codes during World War II. So this show is called The Imitation Game. Very interesting one if you haven't already watched it. So couple of quick milestones. So in the 1950s, Alan Turing came up with the concept of machines being capable of thought. So there was this Turing test, like the Turing test that you did, when chatting with the bot to see if it's a bot. That is a Turing test. You want to see whether something is discernible, whether you can tell, or whether a machine can come out with an output that is so similar to that of a human, right? So that was in the 1950s. After that, ELIZA, which is a chatbot therapist, that was created at MIT. That was 1960s. And the other one is called SHRDLU. I can't remember what it stands for, but it was an early natural language understanding computer program. It was also created in MIT. So in the 1990s, there's the dot-com boom, internet boom, increase in computational power. And more recently, IBM Watson winning Jeopardy, Google DeepMind defeating the world champion at Go. And in the 21st century, there's AI, self-driving cars, and disease diagnosis. So of course, there's AI as we know of it, continuous learning and evolution of AI. So the next thing is a quick video that I put together. using one of my favorite video tools called InVideo.
They're just plain curious, buckle up. We're diving into the electrifying evolution of AI and how it went from basic calculations to sophisticated machine learning. Back in the 1950s, the seeds of AI were planted by visionary mathematicians and scientists. Alan Turing, often considered the father of theoretical computer science and artificial intelligence,
Oops. Sorry, what happened?
posed the question, can machines think? This sparked a global scientific endeavor. Fast forward to the 1960s and 70s, where early AI programs like ELIZA and Shrdlu simulated conversation and problem solving, making waves across academia and beyond. But it wasn't until the 1990s that AI truly blossomed, thanks to the internet boom and increased computational power. The 21st century marked a new era with breakthroughs like IBM's Watson winning Jeopardy and Google's DeepMind defeating a world champion at Go. These milestones not only showcase AI's capabilities, but also its potential to revolutionize industries. Today, AI assists in everything from driving cars to diagnosing diseases. It's constantly learning and evolving, pushing the boundaries of what machines can do. As we stand on the brink of AI-driven futures, one thing is clear. The journey of AI is just beginning.
So this is a quick video that I put together using InVideo AI. It's a very nifty tool that can create video from any different topic that you suggest. So it's a very, very useful tool. I'll go into it a little bit later. So AI, from the time that it started off in 1950s, it has come it's come a really, really long way, evolving rapidly and transforming various in the industries. So enhanced algorithms, powerful computational resources, and of course data sets have all helped to fuel this progress, making AI an integral part of our daily lives. So just a couple of numbers. 4 billion estimated global users by 2024. The global AI market is worth about 407 billion, at least like estimated to be worth this much by 2027, and 12 million more jobs created by 2025. So that's next year from AI. In different industries, so AI is transforming industries by automating tasks, making decision-making easier, enhancing customer experiences. So it's making like leaps in healthcare, so helping diagnostic imaging, also helping to pinpoint disease detection, helping to also personalize treatment plans by analyzing patient data and coming up with customized therapies. AI also optimizes hotel operations all the way from patient admissions into like managing your resources in terms of like manpower, in terms of all the medical equipment that's needed as well. So in the field of finance, we have enhanced fraud detection by analyzing transaction patterns to identify like anomalies. Improves your risk management through predictive analytics, helping institutions to foresee and to actually like predict market changes. So streamlines your customer service using chatbots and gives personalized financial advice. In the field of manufacturing, predictive maintenance and quality control using AI can help to enhance your manufacturing chain optimization, supply chain optimization. So AI-driven systems can detect equipment failures, minimizing your downtime as well. So things like quality inspections and supply chain optimization and streamline operations, and there's of course cost savings and increased efficiencies. In terms of transportation, there are autonomous vehicles. So AI systems are now making self-driving cars and self-driving like vehicles for delivery a reality, while also optimizing your routes, managing fleets, and enabling predictive maintenance for vehicles as well. So this is different industries. But I don't know if everyone knows that AI is also prevalent in our everyday lives. So from things like virtual assistants to recommendation engines to email spam filters, So virtual assistants use AI technology such as natural language processing, machine learning, and speech recognition. So recommendation engines use AI techniques to find out what we like, what we don't like, and to analyze your user data, predict preferences to recommend products. So things like your Netflix, like your Amazon, all these different things. And then next thing, email spam filters. So machine learning has enabled all this your email platforms to determine what's important, what's not important, and what's spam, what's not spam. So on top of these three specific use cases, AI is also used in social media, customer support, navigation, voice to text, ironically also fraud detection, although you saw a lot of the deep fakes just now. So what has caused this huge change in the cosmos, in the ways that things work, and in the demand for AI? So of course, improved algorithms, computational power, access to big data. So all these different things have made AI more powerful and more capable, but it's also kind of gotten into like everyone's consciousness, where everything is AI. Everyone is talking about AI. Sell me this pen, or this pen is made with AI. So all these different things now are part of the mainstream consciousness, where AI is just something that people keep talking about. So much so that, it's becoming a little bit too much. But yeah. So the era of AI, if you've been kind of living under a rock, you haven't been following the news, then this next section is for you, right? So is AI a hype train? And that is a good question to ask, a good topic for discussion as well. So if you can, please leave some thoughts in the meeting chat. Is AI a hype train? What are some of your thoughts on AI? So we'll talk about ChatGPT. Who is familiar with ChatGPT? I'm sure this, together with AI, like ChatGPT, AI are like very similar in the sense that if people know of AI, people know of ChatGPT, very often they are kind of used in the same way, in the same sentence. I use AI to do this, I use ChatGPT to do that, and they're used interchangeably. So ChatGPT has gone from like 1 million users to 100 million users so quickly that it has kind of, just gone straight up. In terms of the number of days to hit 1 million and 100 million users. So it's only taken 2 months to hit 100 million users. And it's only taken 5 days to hit 1 million. And that is very, very, very ridiculous, like super, super fast. So a UBS analyst wrote in this report, in 20 years following the internet space, we cannot recall a faster ramp up in any consumer internet app. So this is how ChatGPT has just really gone up and shot up in terms of like adoption, in terms of everything. So this has been driven by widespread interest in and need for conversational based AI. So ChatGPT, in fact, any of these GPTs, the way you interact with them, the way you create a message, you create a task for them, is very conversational based, and it's now there's this whole process called like prompt engineering, and essentially it means talking to AI systems using simplified English. So to me, it's so straightforward that you talk to AI chatbots and GPTs using simple English. Next thing, broad spectrum of applications across different use cases and industries. So there is a lot of different ways of utilizing AI, and a lot of different other GPTs that ChatGPT is kind of, how to say, like ChatGPT has access to a lot of other GPTs, and there's a lot of different use cases that ChatGPT is the source of. Of course, continuous algorithm enhancement. So ChatGPT has gotten better and better, and the way it improves is just by leaps and bounds every couple of days. So the way that it improves also very, very fast. So accuracy, I think if you have started off using ChatGPT earlier on, I think you'll be able to see that the accuracy of the answers and the personalization as well. What it knows of what you ask and what you get back, it has improved like by leaps and bounds. So this is excerpts from a Google event. So it's the annual developer conference held in Mountain View, California. So this is held every year, and this are just some quick excerpts in 23 seconds.
AI, 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 AI.
I found the AI really useful.
AI, 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 generative AI. AI, 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 AI.
So I think you kind of get the idea, you know, this is essentially what they are talking about during the Google I/O. You know, obviously this is a humorous way of like looking at it, but it still like brings through the point that this is how prevalent talk of AI is, even in a Google like developer conference, which already has a lot of technical people there. So let's look at some of the other headlines. And this is basically this section is going to be going through a lot of headlines, a lot of news clips, a lot of current affairs, as it has to do with AI. So if you feel any way during the next section, please let me know like what your responses are like, what your thoughts are like, and how you feel for this next section. All right, so this is a clip from Futurism. OpenAI, which is the company behind ChatGPT, OpenAI Insider estimates that 70% chance, there's a 70% chance that AI will destroy or harm humanity, right? So I see some feedback in the chat. I will go through that, like I'll run through that a little bit later. So after this section. So 70% chance that AI will destroy or harm humanity, I think is a little bit, to me, it sounds a little bit far-fetched, but I would say that there is a chance of things going wrong for sure. Whether you harm humanity, I think that might be a little bit of a too strongly worded or too maybe doomsday kind of thoughts. But yeah, so this Futurism. The OpenAI Insider. So this is essentially the same kind of article, the same article actually. One is covered by Futurism, this is covered by the New York Times. OpenAI insiders warn of a reckless race for dominance. So a lot of OpenAI employees have recently like left. So essentially, they're either not in agreement with what the future of ChatGPT looks like, or the future of OpenAI looks like. But there's been disagreements, and people have been leaving because there's this reckless race for dominance. So obviously AI is a subject where there are some ethical concerns, there's some moral concerns about the output, about the processes, about, and what I've also read is that sometimes product demos are for products that don't really work, but they're just being marketed as the next big thing. Right now it's a bit of like a gold rush. And so I do believe to some degree that employees inside OpenAI would probably have, you know, to kind of, like there's a bit of this moral compass that does not agree with a lot of things that is going on within OpenAI now. So next, Elon Musk. Again, Elon Musk is everything. Elon Musk is everywhere. Predicts that AI is coming for all our jobs. Probably none of us will have a job, the Tesla CEO said, after warning of rapid advancement in artificial intelligence. So again, there's a lot of this like FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt that's being spread over like advancements in AI, over developments. And the truth is that I don't know if anyone really knows what will happen, or I think there's no real way to kind of figure out. But again, these are just headlines, and these are for me to really share with you to also educate and to form maybe an opinion of what's happening. So Black Mirror is something that I really love to watch. This is one of my favorite shows on Netflix. So AI brings Black Mirror episode to life with program that simulates speaking to dead loved ones. So this is a little bit morbid, but I would say that death tech, I would say that grief tech, which is ways of kind of coping with people leaving you, even pets, coming up with avatars, coming up with AI, coming up with like a way of understanding what this person thinks, based on all his outputs, based on all his text messages. So all these are the data sets that a lot of these AI companies are now using to simulate like the thoughts, the responses, the replies, the messages of people who have left. And this is also another big application of another industry that is being kind of touched by AI. So AI beauty pageants, people are coming out with AI avatars. I recently got to learn of an AI influencer in South Korea that partnered with Singapore Tourism Board. And yeah, basically there's AI influencers and AI beauty pageants. So this was an article from Marketing Interactive in Singapore. Whether it's too much, what are beauty standards? There's this whole kind of dilemma about, is this really going to be what we are holding ourselves accountable to? What are these, influencers like? What is AI like? What does beauty look like? And there's also AI generated short films created by OpenAI Sora. So I think Sora, based on, yeah, exactly, it feeds fear, right? All these different headlines to some degree feeds fear. And I think for the better or worse, these are just things that we should be cognizant of to understand what's really going on out there. But at the same time, to also form our own opinion from evaluating some of the tools that are available publicly. So OpenAI Sora is not yet available publicly, but from the demos, it looks fantastic. I also read that there is like a China version called Kling, and they had a demo of a panda playing a guitar. That was pretty cool. So this one is OpenAI Sora, and yeah, so people are using it to essentially create movies already. So more like doom and gloom kind of news, but a lot of times when looking at news, I think these are some of the headlines that I see. So these are some of the more negative aspects of what's happening. So AI helping Klarna cut marketing costs by 10 million. This is by fintech company Klarna, and they essentially have done away with designers, and they are looking at like, I think, Midjourney, Leonardo to create images, and through automated campaigns. So to be honest, as a business, this makes sense. If you're obviously like affected by this, which I think, there'll be more to come off. Things like, companies going directly to Midjourney, to Leonardo, to use all these different platforms for image generation, for creative generation. This is one of the things that will happen. So how are designers, how are copywriters, how are website designers equipped to then deal with things like this? So this is quite a sad one. Tech company cut 60 people, so BBC, leaving just one managing ChatGPT and then fires him. So again, a little bit of like negative news. But then looking at this is like a state of AI in 2024, and some research from Evernote. What does research explore? 64%. So I've kind of highlighted this bit, like believe that AI will maintain or increase the number of jobs. And 63% agree that employees will need new skills for generative AI. So this is one of the from a macro to a micro view to kind of like, what should I do? What's in it for me? So this is possibly the most overused quote about AI ever. I have myself used it in one previous presentation. It's not AI that's going to take your job, but someone who knows how to use AI might. So this economist says. So I've used this before. It's a little bit of a cliche, but it's also a cliche because it's probably true. Right? So where does that leave us? So again, yeah, programmers are also affected. Yep. So there are a lot of these things that are affecting everyone. So headlines are all very like fear, uncertainty, and doubt. There's a little bit of morbid headlines about grief tag, about death tag. So generative AI also plays into the realm of entertainment and also character creation. And it's quite clear that AI has the capability to replace certain jobs. But then, wouldn't this also be an incentive to learn how to utilize AI, to then be on top of things, right? If not for your own use, at least to see what's possible and to form your own outlook, rather than to see and read all these different headlines and get confused or maybe affected by them. Okay, so I think this forms, I guess, the framing for what we're going to look at a little bit later. So the next bit is about how to leverage AI for your benefit. So there are a ton of AI tools out there, and I've taken a look at a lot of them. And for me to actually have an idea and an opinion on what works and what essentially could happen, can chatbots replace customer service? I would say that it is quite close to reality. Does it make sense that Klarna uses AI to generate images and doesn't need to spend $10 million on buying images or producing images? It makes a little bit of sense. So the whole idea is that, looking at the different availability of AI tools out there, how are these changing things for a lot of other people? All right. So there are some GPT tools. There's of course ChatGPT. That's the most famous. So those that I really use a lot, very frequently, and I also tell some of my students about, I have actually put asterisks next to them. So ChatGPT, there's Claude, there's Microsoft Copilot, Meta AI, Google Gemini. So I know that a lot of them do the same thing or something that's similar. The way they go about doing it is slightly different. For Meta AI is embedded in WhatsApp, and so it's very easy, when you're using your WhatsApp to ask questions, to actually ask Meta AI to generate images for you in group chats, to do a lot of these different things. But for me, ChatGPT is still the most useful because there are a lot of other things that you can do within the whole ChatGPT, I would say like network or infrastructure. So Cynthia, yes, these are free tools. but the thing is they are free tools to some extent only. So they are free to use. When you want to go a bit deeper, when you want to export some of these different things, you might need to pay, or you might need to, I guess, upgrade. So for image generation, Leonardo AI is my favorite. I was playing around with Freepik a little bit, but Leonardo AI is easy, looks nice, the interface is great, the output is good. And then in terms of video generation, InVideo is something I use. Luma, Dream Machine, and Runway, these are quite new. And these are actually, they produce very short form video, more about visuals. So InVideo produces videos that are more about topics. They are more like really generative, and they are stitched together. It's more about the script, more about how it comes up with scenes. Whereas Dream Machine, Runway, they're like purely about the visuals. So, you know, you can come up with like a picture of Godzilla, or a video of Godzilla fighting King Kong, you know, something like that. And that is what Luma and what Runway excel at. Let's see. So the next bit is on website generation. I just discovered Durable. Durable seems pretty good, but Wix is freer. So Wix allows you to use the AI assistant to come up with a website. You can then preview the website, you can edit the website, and you can publish the website. Durable, you cannot. So all those that are in the one position are essentially things that you can use. They are free to use. For music generation, both are free. Suno and Udio. So how a lot of these AI systems work is they give you tokens that you can utilize when you create different things. Okay, so this is a general list of AI tools that's out there. But AI tools on their own are great for you to explore and to try. But the next bit is how to leverage AI for your benefit. So I would say that analytical software. So some analytical softwares, it depends on how it's programmed. Does it use like, so does it use any kind of neural networks? Does it have any kind of machine learning? Depends on the way that it's engineered. So that's the difference between AI and just, I guess, normal programming or normal algorithms. Okay, so these are just some of the AI tools that are out there. The next bit is, how do I put this? So the next bit is really about what people are doing. Who are you and what is your use case? So again, all these AI tools are great. They are good for coming up with an output. But what will you use them for? So this is one of the things that irritates me a lot, right? When you fill up a job application, and then at the interview, you have to fill out a physical application. That's number one. But before you even get to the interview, right, you upload your resume, then they'll ask you again for all the information that is already inside your resume. And so that is one of the things that is broken with basically the HR and recruiting system and processes. So this is really, really annoying. And as someone who has been looking for jobs prior to teaching at ASK, and even before that, I spent a lot of time to find out, you know, what is something that I can use that streamlines this. Because when I come out with a CV, the easy way is, okay, I come out with a CV, it's in PDF, I have a Word document. But then again, this Word document, can it be uploaded? Can it be used for all the different websites? So how do you go about making a universal version of your CV that you can use on all the different platforms? So I was doing a lot of research and I found out Simplify is a great name for an app, but what it does, it creates a universal format for your CV that can be used across different platforms. It also tells you your resume match score when it sees the job listing. It fills up so what you need to do on your end, fill up different sections of your resume, and then if you want to, you can tailor your CV to certain jobs. But that is, I think, is an upgrade. So Simplify can help you to fill up those pesky fields you hate. I really hate this process, okay? After uploading your CV. And also track and see what jobs you have applied for. So the next thing is, what are some ChatGPT use cases for people who are looking for jobs? Customize my CV for me. So click on this paperclip button to attach your CV. I'm applying for this position. Paste the URL in. Please read the content in the CV I have attached and let me know what I should edit to have the best chance at getting the job. Or let me know what information I should put in, how should I change my CV, change my CV for me. All those things are prompts that you can actually type in to ChatGPT. And of course, write a cover letter for me. Based on this position I'm applying for and my CV, please come up with a cover letter for me, which will help me get an interview. So essentially, this is a very simplistic way of talking to ChatGPT. So for the next section, I'll do a little bit of demo. So I'll be jumping in and out from the slides to the browser, but try to follow me because I think this will be quite useful in terms of demonstrating the platforms and the use cases. Okay, so let me go now into Simplify. So this is Simplify. Are you all seeing my screen? Just type yes or... Okay, cool. So this is my screen and this is Simplify. You can see like details about where I've worked, education, so on and so forth. Right, and so this is on the left side, all the different things that I have. And so I've actually entered this point by point as I guess as a universal way to kind of cater to all the job application platforms out there. So these are just my remit, job titles, time I've been at all these different places. So now my CV is here. I've imported it. I've then used it to fill up different sections here. Okay, so this is Simplify, and this is the builder. I can go back to dashboard, and the most important thing here is resume builder. Because this is a very US-centric site. So a lot of the jobs they have, a lot of the functionality they have is for US companies. So let me go into the workflow. I've seen a few jobs here. And so with the easy apply one, can you see it? Once I have this extension, so this extension here is called Simplify Copilot. I install this into my Chrome browser, and then I can see certain jobs. I have my resume uploaded here. So it shows me what's my resume match. And I think this works very well when there's no quick easy apply on LinkedIn. So LinkedIn easy apply, you just click on easy apply, done. But for those that don't have easy apply, what do you do? So I've seen Director of Growth Campaigns at Crypto.com. I've opened this up. And I've opened this up. I've opened up my extension, Simplify extension here. I can choose to apply with LinkedIn, attach my CV, but the cool thing is this. So I'm going to autofill all the fields that Lever.co is asking me to fill for this application. So I'm going to click on autofill. So my default resume is already inside. Everything is being populated. Current company is done. LinkedIn URL is done. Salary information is not too much. And so my information is essentially all done already. But this one, it doesn't have that many questions on what job I'm doing. Okay, so there are a couple of things which that is not inside my CV that I probably need to fill up. So let me look for maybe one more example that I can use the Simplify Quick Apply for. Okay, let me try this. So this is Workday jobs. This might have a lot of fields. So how do I do this? I click on apply. And then I apply manually, and I'll try to use the Simplify extension to fill everything up. Okay, I have to sign in. Okay. Okay. Okay, maybe I'll skip this. But the bottom line is, there are jobs that have this quick apply that have a lot of fields that need to be filled up. And by using quick apply, you are able to fill in these different fields very, very easily. It will kind of fill up the fields in the different forms and it will kind of scroll down the page and it will fill up everything. So let me try again. Okay, sign in. Okay, I've already applied for this. So yeah, Simplify, try it out. In this particular example, it wasn't very, very good because there wasn't a lot of fields that needed to be filled up. But in the case that there is, it's very fast. And what will happen is, as you click on autofill with Simplify, but it will actually one by one go down and fill up all these different fields. And it saves you a lot of time. So that is Simplify. I'll go into ChatGPT, and now I'll say, customize. I'll upload my CV here. Okay, I'll upload a CV, and I'll say, all right, I am applying for this position. Okay, this is the position. Please analyze and make changes to my CV. So Simplify is free. It's not a tool on LinkedIn. It's a separate tool. It is a Chrome extension. Yeah. And so these are things that ChatGPT can help you with. And they'll tell you what to change. Okay. Okay, so I actually have a paid version of ChatGPT because I always run out of queries. And let's look at this. Let's see how this looks now. Okay. Has this changed much from my original one? This looks quite the same. I don't think it's actually modified even. Let's see. Prepare a modified version of your CV. Yeah, I think this looks very similar to actually the one that I don't know what they've modified, to be honest. Okay, but these are the things that they said they've done. Okay, I will need to check what specific details have been modified, but it's still it looks very much like something that like the same one that I've uploaded. So I will check and I will come back to you guys maybe at the end if there's time. So what else? I can say write a cover letter for me. Yeah, it's quite wordy. It's quite wordy. So you need to kind of decipher. And this one is it writing a cover letter for me. So the cover letter can be tailored. Yeah, the cover letter can be tailored, and you can essentially copy and paste this, and you can send this to wherever job you're applying for, right? So this is how to basically get a cover letter. So I think simplify in another situation would be very much a very, very quick way for you to apply. You click on it, it populates all the fields that otherwise need to be populated. You can also use it to change your CV, tailor your CV according to what a certain job needs, and then also to come up with a cover letter. So these are use cases that I think would be what most job seekers actually do. And these are applications of AI and applications of ChatGPT as well as the Simplify plugin. Okay, so I will go into the next bit for entrepreneurs.
Sorry, sir.
Yes,
Can I check
yes.
with you? For Simplify, some of us are asking whether it is encrypted. Where is the information stored? Is it secure?
Okay, so for Simplify, there is a version of your profile that is stored and your CV that is stored on the web. Whether it's secure or not, I am not 100% sure. But what you can see is, let me see. You can log out. I don't know if it's helpful. Let me see how secure it is. Yeah, there are some things that you can see here that are your applications and then your matches, your jobs, dashboard. Secure meaning to say your information, like no one can find you using this information, or what do you specifically mean?
I mean, we don't know whether it be used by other people.
Okay, okay. I think to some degree, as long as anything is online, be it cookies, be it behavior, be it any platform that you use, to some degree it can be used by people. Yeah. So I don't know if it really answers your question. But I would say that it's probably not super secure. I'm sure there are people who can contact you because they are viewing your profile on Simplify also. So in terms of data breach, I would say maybe a little bit less, but for sure that, other people would have access to your contact information, especially if they are looking for people like you. I think, yeah. So this is Simplify lah. But I guess if you're looking for a job, you would want people to be looking for you as well. Yeah. So this is Simplify. Next thing I wanted to talk about was some of the use cases for entrepreneurs. And this one is actually, okay, obviously the image is AI lah. But the whole idea is that there is one whole suite of things you can do to create a business or create every single marketing material that you need for a business in a couple of minutes. Okay, so this workflow to me is one of the workflows that I was teaching a lot of my classes at ASK. First, you come up with a name, come up with a product or service, ask ChatGPT to basically bring this more to life. Tell me about my mission, my vision, my target audience. Come up with a short blurb for me and some basic website copy. And then the next thing is I'll use InVideo, come up with a promotional video, use another tool called TurboScribe to transcribe that video. Use Leonardo for logo and image design. Use Wix AI Assistant to come up with a website. And then content strategy and content plans from ChatGPT. And with ChatGPT, with Leonardo, you can essentially come up with ads already. So this workflow is very useful. Let me jump straight into it. For my next trick, all right? So let me go into this workflow. Okay, so ChatGPT again. I have a new business. It is a cat cafe. Please come up with a catchy name. For trademarks, I think we own the trademark. We own the trademark. And also for video as well. Okay, so this is what I typed in ChatGPT. All right, purr and paw. Oh, this is cute. Okay. Sorry, I'm jumping through a couple of different tabs. Okay, this is great. I'll choose, I guess, I like Whisker Wonderland. It's like Winter Wonderland, right? Whisker Wonderland. Okay, so now I'm going to InVideo. And InVideo will help me to create a promotional video for Whisker Wonderland. What else is there? Okay, our tagline is what else can I put inside here? Okay, I'll just leave it as it is and I'll create this video. So this is InVideo AI. It's a free video. It's a free service. You can download and you can export it, but there will be some watermarks. So I think wow, it's fast. Okay, cat lovers. You have audience, you have look and feel, and you have platforms. So I'm going to click on continue. And essentially this will start to generate. Okay, it'll take a few minutes. Then I can go into wix.com AI assistant and I can start my chat. What do I want to call my site? Whisker Wonderland. My business. Okay, I just say Whisker Wonderland. They ask you a few things. Describe my business. Okay. Okay, so now I have my tagline, I have my business, and I have a blurb. My business is a cat cafe called Whisker Wonderland. Here's a short blurb, blah, 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 blah. Okay. What kind of services do I offer? Okay, I'm going to stop here. Okay. Okay, so this is what I'm going to offer. So now you see that on the right side, all these different things are being populated. Okay, additional goals for my website. So if you think about it, right, it's ChatGPT talking to Wix AI. Then after that, you also have another tool InVideo, which also takes some input from ChatGPT. So these are just some workflows that I've just kind of thought about. I'm kind of combining them in my head and building something with that. Okay, this is too much. Okay. Leonardo. Okay, now I'll go into image generation. I am starting off a cat cafe called Whisker Wonderland. Come up with some images for the business. All right, so what's happening here? Let's say Tanjong Pagar, Singapore. Okay, so now this is building my website. It'll be a very simple website, but it's very, like I said, I've kind of prompted it and kind of created it in just a very short time. This is taking a while to download, so let's just wait for it. All right, how do you like this? Is this good? So this is Leonardo AI. And this is Whisker Wonderland. Somehow the cats are disappearing into the wall. Do you all see that? It looks a bit funny, like there's a lot of motion going on. Okay, this is nice. I like this. Doesn't show the cats, but how do you like this? So I'll download this. Okay, so and chat and continue. So Leonardo is pretty fast. For some reason, Wix and InVideo is very slow. So I'll say, okay, Wix, go and generate site. Go and do your thing. Leonardo is good. Any feedback on images? Can I create something different? Okay, this is quite a generic prompt. Bing image creator gives better images. Okay, interesting. So my website is generating now. Site brief is coming up, and it tells me what my site will look like. Yes, Leonardo app is free. You have 150 credits a day. And you essentially, to create images, you will need to use 14 different credits. This is cute. So each time it comes out with 14 credits. I'm going to download all of them. I think they're all quite relevant. Okay. All right. Okay, my website is here. Whisker Wonderland Urban Escape, our menu. These are just dummy placeholders. What do you think of this website? I think I don't like this, so I'll regenerate this design. This is taking a little bit long. Okay, I think other than the images, this is a nicer site layout. Okay, what I will do is I will continue with this design. And then, so you can see here, right, they'll ask you to purchase the name, but I don't want to. Okay, so I continue to the editor, where I will have a basic website already put together. Okay, it's taking a bit of time, especially for this one. Okay, so this will be the basic version of what the website looks like. It seems like only Leonardo is fast today. The rest is quite slow. Okay, what I can do is can change the background. Okay, change the background. I can upload my own image, which I have downloaded just now. And these are other images, so we can use this also. Yeah, I'll change background. The background is here. Change background. Image. Okay. There we go. Oops. So this is my website now. I can change this also. My offerings. I can manage products. Okay, so there are different things that you can put here. Adjustable, whiskey, wonderland, collapsible cat bed, and all these different things. And then more actions. Rearrange. Okay, done. Save. All right, let me close this. Yeah, so essentially you can go around and you can go about and you can make changes to your website. You can upload all your images. And this is essentially a live site already. So what you can do is publish. And when you go to publish, you can actually, Wix gives you a domain. And then you can view site, and it's called like, there'll be a Wix site branded URL, and you can have your name here. Whisker Wonderland. So this is a very simplified way for you to build a very easy to build website. This thing seems like it's taking a long time. Should I refresh it? Okay, maybe what would make sense is if I go to look at other things that I've created so far. Let me look in my history.
Sorry, what website is this, Mr. Timothy?
This is InVideo. So InVideo is the one that's generating very, very slowly. But I've also downloaded a couple of other videos from InVideo before. Let me find them. Sorry, give me 1 minute. Okay. So this is another video that I've created using InVideo. Can you all see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so you should be able to see a picture of a chicken pie here. And this was something that was created using InVideo.
When home-cooked meals were the norm and the aroma of fresh pastries filled the air. This is where the story of Cindy's Chicken Pies begins. With a dash of nostalgia and a sprinkle of love, Cindy's Chicken Pies was born in a small home kitchen. It was here that Cindy started recreating the magic of her grandmother's age-old recipes. From those humble beginnings, Cindy's Chicken Pies has grown to become a beloved brand. Yet, despite this growth, we've stayed true to our roots. We still uphold the tradition of using quality ingredients, and the recipe, it remains unchanged, passed down through generations. At Cindy's Chicken Pies, we believe in preserving the essence of home-cooked meals. Each pie we bake is a tribute to the past, a nod to those simpler times. We invite you to join us on this culinary journey. Cindy's Chicken Pies, a taste of history, a bite of happiness. What makes a pie perfect? Is it the crust or the filling? The answer is both. A pie is a delicate balance, a harmony between two key elements, the crust and the filling. Cindy's Chicken Pies understand this balance perfectly. The crust, golden and flaky, is a delightful crunch that sings of artisanal craftsmanship. It's not just a case for the filling, but a taste sensation in its own right. Then we delve into the heart of the pie, the filling. A hearty mix of tender chicken, bathed in a rich, savory sauce that is both comforting and satisfying. It's a meal in a pie, a wholesome dish that fills your belly and warms your heart. Every ingredient that goes into Cindy's Chicken Pies is chosen for its freshness and quality. The chicken is succulent, the vegetables are crisp, and the herbs are fragrant. It's not just a pie, it's a commitment to quality. Cindy's Chicken Pies, a perfect blend of crust and filling, a symphony of flavors. The best part of a meal is the anticipation, the wait before the first bite. And when it comes to Cindy's Chicken Pie, that anticipation is all the more delicious. Picture this: a golden brown crust, flaky and warm to the touch, gently cradling a savory filling of tender chicken and a medley of fresh vegetables. When your fork breaks through that crust, the aroma of herbs and spices wafts up, a tantalizing hint of the taste to come. But oh, that first bite, it's an explosion of flavors, a symphony of textures, the crispiness of the crust, the succulence of the chicken, the freshness of the vegetables, all come together in a harmony that sings on your palate. The joy of tasting the perfect pie, your pie, is a feeling like no other. So why put off this delight? Don't wait any longer. Your pie awaits. Experience the magic of Cindy's Chicken Pies today.
So my prompt for this was really simple. Please create a promotional video for my company called Cindy's Chicken Pie. And it was that simple. And so okay, this one is still loading, it's taking very long. But yeah, so now you have images, you have a website. In an ideal situation, you should also have a video. This one is taking very long. Maybe I'm going to refresh it and see if it helps in any way. Okay, with regards to copyright, so what I've tried is to run the same thing, like everyone in the class runs the same prompt, and there's always something that's different. So it's never exactly the same. And so I think in terms of copyrights, that should also be kind of an indicator as to, like, you know, is something copyrighted. So if we prompt in other languages, the voice can be changed. So let me show you other things. So if you want to do it this way, right? So this is open-ended. If you want to have a YouTube explainer video, how is this done? Tell me about this. Tell me about that. I want to find out about plants. I want to find out about this, and then plants and animals, okay? And then you can choose all these different languages. I mean, I have had no need for a lot of languages because I don't understand them, but I have exported one that is in Japanese, about like how to create shabu shabu. And so it is quite interesting. Let me try to play it for you also. Okay, let me pull this up.
簡単、ヘルシー、しかも超美味しいんだもん。まずはお国においおい沸かしてね。これが味のベースになるよ。キャンディ。次に好きな魚材を選ぼう。輪切りの牛肉や豆腐、新鮮な野菜、あと麺類もいいね。3、さあ、食材をしゃぶしゃぶして食べてみて。自分で角化圏を調整できるから、いつでもベストな状態で食べられるよ。自分でコントロールする美味しさ、たまらないよね。はい。お家で食べるしゃぶしゃぶは、ただの仕事じゃない。一つの体験なんだ。
Okay, so this is how to create shabu shabu. I say in 1 minute lah. So there's different. You can remove the watermark if you upgrade, but otherwise there are tools that you can use to upload your video and then remove the watermark as well. But of course, it won't be so good. Okay, so this is InVideo. I think it's one of my favorite tools because you can do so much with it. Let me see if this thing has already loaded. Okay, so this is Whisker Wonderland. For some reason, it's dogs.
You're in for a treat at Whisker Wonderland. At Whisker Wonderland, we blend two of life's greatest joys, delicious coffee and adorable cats.
Okay,
Our
cats.
cozy corner is designed for cat lovers like you to unwind and enjoy some quality cat time. Picture this, a warm cup of your favorite brew in hand, a friendly feline curling up on your lap, and the comforting hum of purring all around. It's not just a cafe, it's a sanctuary where you can relax and recharge. Our baristas craft each cup with love, using only the finest beans for a truly exceptional coffee experience. And our resident cats, they're here to make your visit perfectly delightful. Whether you're looking to de-stress after a long day or catch up with friends in a unique setting, Whisker Wonderland is your cozy corner for coffee and cats. Come for the coffee, stay for the cats. See you soon
Nice.
at Whisker Wonderland.
So you can then download. You can say, okay, because it's a free account, you have stock watermarks, InVideo branding normal, and you can also choose your download resolution, which is 1080p, which is the highest that you can download at. Okay, so now you have a video, and if I wanted to come up with the script to the video, maybe let's move into the next use case. So this is essentially the use case for entrepreneurs where you can come up with a mission, vision, target audience, some ideas for your business, a name, tagline. You can use InVideo to come out with a promotional video. I've shown you Leonardo that you can use for logo and image design, and also Wix AI assistant to come up with a simple website. So two more things before I run through to the next demo, and we are running a little bit short, so I have to speed it up a little bit. Okay, so this was the previous chat about Whisker Wonderland. All right, so content calendar, come up with a content calendar for me, leading up to and just after the launch. So day one, they'll tell you this and that. Okay, what are your content, what channels, what objectives? You can ask them to specify whatever channels you want. It can be YouTube, it can be Facebook, it can be Instagram, it can be all these different things. So channels are here, and then you have all the like day 15 and so on and so forth. So this is all the way up to the launch. So I think it's 10 different pieces of content. Please. So this is something that I just discovered as well. Please provide this to me in a table. I've just discovered this prompt. Please provide this to me in a table. And then it will come up with something that you can then copy and paste into Excel or Google Sheets. So what's the content description? What's the channels? What's the objective? Content title. You can even ask ChatGPT, write the content for me. And then you ask Leonardo AI, here's the piece of content that I have for my Facebook post. Please come up with an image for me. And essentially, that is how you can kind of hack. So do you need a social media management team? Not really anymore. And so essentially this is what you can do with ChatGPT, what you can do with InVideo, what you can do with Wix and Leonardo. And you don't need essentially a marketing team to help you do all these different things. Okay. So I've covered off the use case for entrepreneurs. The very last one is for teachers and educators. Let me show you a little bit about how this is done. And essentially what I've done is InVideo, create video. That one is quite clear. I've not shown you the other things yet. So lecture notes, quizzes, and slides. Okay, how do I do this now? I think in the interest of time, I have to look at some pre-populated ones already. So I've created this video for my daughter who is in primary 4. So it's about plant systems, leaves, stems, and roots. Okay, I go back to my history. And then plant stems and roots. This is what I've done. After I did that, I wanted to get lecture notes. Okay, so I went to a website called turboscribe.ai. And so when I did, okay, this is taking very long. Let me find it on YouTube. Okay, this is my channel. So what I did was this thing.
The broad, flat leaf of a banana. Hey there, science fans. Did you know that plants are like superheroes? They have special powers that help them survive and even help us breathe. From towering trees to tiny mosses, plants are all around us working their magic together.
Okay, so I created this on InVideo. And then I uploaded it, I downloaded it, I uploaded it to YouTube. That was step 1. After that, I went to upload this thing into TurboScribe. And then I was able to get the entire script for the YouTube video down into a PDF. Yeah. So this is my lecture notes. It's in PDF here. And I was able to download it, download the document in whatever format. After that, what I did was I went to another website called Pop AI. Okay, and Pop AI is very interesting. Okay, let me delete this first. And I want to create an AI presentation. And I will upload my reference here. First, I will download the notes. Okay, so my plant system download PDF is inside here. Pop AI, I upload my reference. Okay. So my new presentation is about plant systems. And then this is my reference. Content. All my content that was inside the PDF now gets structured into an outline. And so this outline looks fine to me. If I want to, I can edit the outline here. But for the sake of time, I just go ahead and create this presentation. Some of the images can be changed. I can change the theme as well. But you can see the slides being populated already. And so everything that's inside the YouTube also comes up here. And I can, of course, change the pictures. I can also share this presentation. But since this is free, I'm only limited to 15 different slides, including all the headers. Okay, I'm going to change the theme now. I'm going to change to a green theme. And then what I'll do is I'll change the background, AI image, AI search. I can change the background now to something like this. Okay. And then I can change this AI image. To something like this. Okay. Wait, what happened? Okay, something like this. So I have essentially created a PowerPoint presentation. I have also created lecture notes. I have also created a video. Now, all that's left to do is to create a quiz. Okay, so this is a tool called Quizzes, and I have already pre-populated it. And then what am I teaching? So I have a plant system quiz. What I did was I created it by using a YouTube link. Click down here. No, wrong. Click down here. And then create a YouTube link. No, sorry, create a quiz. 15 questions, grade and subject. Okay. Generate quiz. So now I have a video which I've uploaded to YouTube. I have lecture notes which I've downloaded into a PDF. I have a AI PowerPoint presentation using Pop AI. And now I have a quiz. And the quiz will take, oh yes, lecture notes. Can you see the quiz? So now I'll preview the quiz. And it looks like this. All here. Okay, so what was used to create lecture notes? So lecture notes is TurboScribe. Okay, so what I did was I transcribe files. I click this here. I take the YouTube link. I copy it and I paste it inside here and I import. And then I'll be able to choose whatever language I want to also export to. I can choose German, I can choose Japanese, so on and so forth. I can choose what accuracy of me exporting data or what kind of accuracy I want to have when I transcribe. Okay, so this is how I come up with the PDF. So the audio or video is already here. Now the audio language can be all these different things. And then I click on transcribe. And then I'll get something like this. Okay, so I've kind of covered off. I'll go back into the slides because I'm running a bit behind time. Okay, so you can create videos. You can create slides. You can create lecture notes and you can create quizzes. So this is very, very useful for educators. But of course, I've covered like educators, I've covered like entrepreneurs, social media managers, marketers. So you think of like AI and ChatGPT and other tools, super useful for vacation planning, super useful for research, diet planning. You can even grade papers. You can upload your, you can, for example, upload your document and say, come out with an answer to this. So these are all very useful and very interesting ways that you can combine different platforms, different processes, in order for you to achieve different goals for different purposes. Yeah, so I think this is for teachers and educators. So next bit, I think just wanted to go back into, after this whole session, you know, coming up with some more balanced headlines. AI is not yet killing jobs. This is from The Economist, but this article was from 2023. Next one is AI will not replace you, but it may well change your job. This one again is a little bit more of a nuanced kind of a headline coming from the Straits Times. And from another, this was from Stanford's 2024 AI Index report. You can take a look at some of the headlines. AI beats human on some tasks, but not all. Industry continues to dominate frontier AI research, so on and so forth. Certain countries that are doing better in AI research, what kind of investments are there. And so, yes, you can take a look at these headlines. Very interesting, and I guess maybe like to some degree, very data-driven and more fact-based. Okay, so some final takeaways before we end off today. Understand what is possible using AI and be open to change. So find out what is happening on the AI front. Things are moving so quickly. Every week there's something new. I am signed up to a lot of newsletters, and every time there's a new AI platform out there, I try it out, and I, kind of document my results. I share my results, especially if it works very well. Next thing is experience, experiment, explore. So Gen AI, it's super useful. It's very amazing for me. So output is only limited by our imagination. I really, really believe in this. Using these tools and seeing the output is the only way to learn. Good source of learning how to generate prompts for images. I think this one, I will kind of cover off maybe I can see if I can find more information and I can send it to you together with the slides. So become more efficient. Sorry? Okay, so become more efficient. Workflows that I've run through drastically reduce our workload. As an entrepreneur, for things that you need to create for marketing, as an educator, even as a student, can you summarize my learning, a lot of things that you can do to reduce your human workload. So think of everything that you need to do. How do you simplify? How do you automate? All right. I know that we are a bit behind time, but next section is question and answers. So I'd like to open it up to the public, to the floor, to see if there's any questions here. Thanks for the comments, by the way. Thanks to Neil. Any more questions? Please type in the chat or you can unmute yourselves. Okay, I guess not many questions. Slide on the one that's creating business. Oh, Ro, thanks for that. The slide on the one creating business. Okay, let's go back. This one. So step by step, it's all in here. I think I've also listed out all the different tools. So I hope this is really, really useful to you. You will all get copies of the slides. So can you put your own images into the video? I think this one needs a bit of editing, but by and large, it's taken from iStock. Yeah. How do you control the transcript in video? There's a way where you can change the script. You can edit the script a little bit. Yeah. All right. Any more questions or feedback? I'm trying to read every comment is in the chat. Can in-video have captions? Yes, you can export it. There's a settings function where you can export it as a YouTube video or YouTube explainer, like the one in Japanese had subtitles. Yeah. Okay, so I think that is about it for today. I know we at like 8:30 on the dot, so I hope this was useful. And just a couple more things. So this is me. This is my personal email, my LinkedIn. I think I've shared a couple of different things. There's ASK Training website. And there's also the phone number. So yeah, thank you for attending today's webinar. And we will send you the presentation slides if you fill in the form. And there are, of course, courses that we teach at ASK on ChatGPT and generative AI. Okay. Thanks everyone, and I think I'll hand back to Huda to close off. Huda, you still there?
Yes.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. Thank you so much, Timothy, for the awesome presentation. Okay. With the interest of time, right, I'll just hit on to the last slide that we have here, especially the feedback. So do share with us any comments that you have for our programs. This is to help us improve as well. Do scan the code you see on the screen. At the same time, I'll input the link for you in the chat. Hold on. Okay, so I'll just be leaving this slide here where you guys do the feedback form. At the same time, we've come to the end of the session. We hope that you find tonight's presentation and session by Timothy very, very beneficial for you. And thank you for participating as well. If there's nothing else, have a great night. Take care and goodbye.
Okay, thanks everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye-bye.